Alright. Looks like I've been gone for 2 weeks. Let's see what happened. Oh. I've missed some title changes, haven't I? Yeah. This is gonna be a long one. Let's start off with after Money in the Bank. Asuka winning the contract, and then we find out that Becky's pregnant, so inside that briefcase was actually the Raw Women's title. I have no words for that. That's actually a good thing. Asuka's wanted to be a main character for development, and she got a big push, which I congratulate. Same with Otis. Yes, Otis. Otis won the Money in the Bank contract on the men's side. He didn't climb up the ladder. It was fumbled down to him. I'm leaving. Okay. Hold on. I don't agree with WWE doing this, even though all of y'all want this. It's not good for business. Him and Mandy is like, okay, he got somewhat of a push, but him winning the Money in the Bank contract? What? It should have been either King Corbin or Aleister Black. That would have been great things. King Corbin would have been a 2-time Money in the Bank challenger. He could have went over to Monday Night Raw, and he could have challenged Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. However, Drew McIntyre did win and keep the WWE Championship at Money in the Bank against Seth Rollins. Leaving us to his next challenger, Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley at Backlash for the WWE Championship. I just have no words for that. That's going to be a legit good match. But it's going to end up with Drew McIntyre winning. You know, WWE, what you should do? I don't know. Bobby Lashley should go against Brock Lesnar. For God's sake. Be one of the biggest matches of all time. Especially at Backlash, which you have promoted to be the greatest wrestling match ever between Randy Orton and Edge. You could do that, the same thing with Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. What's wrong with you? But I digress. So, what we also had on the AEW side was Cody Rhodes winning the TNT Championship at Double or Nothing. I don't agree. Lance Archer should have won. Cody doesn't need a title, especially in his own company. But I digress. So we'll move over to one of the newer debuts on AEW, Brian Cage. He is the Brock Lesnar of the independent circuit. He is one of the all-time greats. One of my favorites. I want him in WWE. He came to WWE for a year in FCW, but then he left. I'm sad. But Brian Cage is now in AEW with assistance from none other than Taz. That's going to be a great combination. Because at the Fyter Fest pay-per-view, it's going to be between Brian Cage and Jon Moxley for the AEW World title. And I want Brian Cage to win. I don't care about everyone loving Jon Moxley. Him being champion is the best thing ever. Brian Cage deserves that title. He's the best superstar of the independent circuit, in my belief. One of the strongest men ever. And a sick skateboarder. Check it out. It's real. Titanium skateboard. Now, back to WWE. Apollo Crews winning the United States title on Monday Night Raw. I have no words for that. That is one of the greatest moments ever. Although, on Monday Night Raw, they did have, once again, live audience but with the NXT superstars and the WWE Performance Center trainees. They're doing more of an AEW thing. But except AEW didn't have riot shields in front of their boot, in front of the guards. So, I don't see why that happened. But I digress. So, what is going to happen with the revival? I don't know. AEW will probably take them, but I'd be wrong before. So I think they'd either split up, go to the independent circuit, or they go to Japan. But it's leaning more to AEW because of what they've done with the Young Bucks. And Kurt Hennings, a.k.a. Curtis Axel, could be moving to AEW alongside EC3 and a few other former WWE wrestlers. Because why not? They're tremendous athletes. They've done great work in the past. And there's some of my all-time favorites in there. Now, with WWE doing this whole, what's it called? Live audience with superstars. They're copying AEW. AEW did it first. What I don't like about it is that they can get around so easily to stop Drew and Bobby fighting each other. Why do you need the riot shields? Take out the riot shields. Just let there be a crowd. So, also, most of y'all have been asking, and why is Backlash going to happen as a pay-per-view? What's going to happen, as in, is it going to be pre-recorded? Is it going to be actually live this time? Because I did a live stream not too long ago, and it messed up. It sent me somewhere ridiculous. The live stream ended up being horribly wrong at the end, but the Money in the Bank ladder match was all recorded with the rest of the Money in the Bank matches. So, I did not like it. So, probably Backlash will be recorded again. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I digress. So, as most of you know, Drake Maverick had beaten Kushida at NXT, which means it'll be between Jake Atlas, Kushida, and Drake Maverick to see who faces either Akira Tozawa or, what was his name? Phantasma? For the NXT Imperium? I was going to say Imperium. The words are mixed up. Imperium still sounds wrong. Imperium Cruiserweight Championship. Got no words for that. It's going to be a great match. But what I will say on NXT is, why is Karrion Kross's first match against Tommaso Ciampa? It'd be a lot cooler if Karrion Kross would take on either Keith Lee or, hear me out, if he took on Matt Riddle. Those would be first good opponents for pay-per-view in your house. Some might disagree. Boomer does. You're wrong. I'm right. Because who's doing the video? You or me? I thought so. So, I digress to the next major thing. The Universal title being defended on a handicap match at Backlash between Braun Strowman versus Miz and Morrison. Hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Braun Strowman needs to face a bigger opponent. See, Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley was great. Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins was great. But Braun Strowman versus all these other guys on SmackDown? No. the next challenger Braun Strowman needs to face should be none other than the Hacker. The Hacker should debut, and he possibly will, at Backlash or this next next Friday, to reveal that he is CM Punk. I'm still on that the Hacker is CM Punk. So, all y'all that say I'm wrong, you're wrong. You need Jesus. Stop lying to yourselves. And a SmackDown tournament for the Intercontinental title is taking place. The first round has already concluded as of Daniel Bryan being Drew Gulak. After Drew Gulak was defeated, he's gone. He's been released by WWE, and we'll never see him again. It's funny because I thought there'd be a little bit more with Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak. I guess not. And the next match was Elias versus King Corbin. Elias, of course, pulled out the big win. Then was AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Here's the problem. I would love Shinsuke to win against AJ, because AJ's beating Shinsuke all the time. Think about it. In major opportunities, AJ has beaten Shinsuke, except for when they had the rivalry in which Shinsuke had to pick out the match. And then the last match that happened on the tournament was Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. Jeff Hardy winning was a great idea. But Jeff Hardy versus Daniel Bryan is going to end up with Sheamus attacking Jeff Hardy and costing him the match. And I think I just covered everything. Weird. This video wasn't even that long. Well, I'll see you guys later. I don't need to talk about it. No, we don't need to talk about it. Please. Let's talk about the new video game coming out, 2K Battlegrounds. God, I hope it's better than 2K20. 2K Battlegrounds is something new for WWE. In fact, it's new to most other gaming, because 2K Battlegrounds is WWE, but with more superpowers. They're smaller, and it'll be on multiple devices, which will interact with other consoles. And, as we saw in the trailer, the greatest thing happened. The Rock threw John Cena to an alligator. I would love to see a rated R version of that. Where the alligator just snapped him up, chewed him up. That's what should happen. Actually, I prefer for John Cena to have played in Lake Placid and get eaten. Or John Cena could have been one of the things and one of the guys trying to save the people in that movie Crawl. And he gets eaten. That would have been great.